Hello, hello, and welcome to January 6th, 2021. Alpha's lead XLE with 19%. And here we are, 19% for XLE in the Alphas, which is running the strategy as the STO, what is the stochastics lead, and then all the other indicators follow in a correlation, and therefore we make an entry on the top of the body or the high of the wick, depending upon how we are going to structure the option trade. And we're at 19%. Once we are crossed into profit, we go to last bar low. This is a last bar low strategy that will not stay around for long. We're not going to be looking at a lot of ROIs in the hundreds as we did in past videos, but we are going to be looking at maybe some wins and some nice movement here. So there we are, last bar low for XLE, running 19%. Walgreen is right behind it. Here is Walgreen growing now. Also notice that the entry arrows that we had here for the 30-day moving average are now been removed, and we're only going to be concentrating on our entry. So these arrows are automatically coming in from the MACD to let us know about direction change. And there's our stochastics, which is indicating our entry, and then we are at last bar low here the for Walgreen at 15%. The O is 25.93 against $96 so far. Moving on to CVS. Now CVS is here. Now also I'm not a big follower of the news, but there was some news about CVS and Walgreen, and that is that several medical groups and medical departments across the country are urging the government to allow CVS and Walgreens to do the vaccination for the COVID vaccines distribution, because they do have the physical storefronts. They do have some cordoned off areas that work well within their pharmacy and their stores. So the result is that it can be a very good network of distribution for the vaccine. That takes us now to our last leader. That's ATVI. ATVI got in, and it excuse me. Here we go, and it's a put. Now also put, it's going to be last bar high. Last bar high. We got our warning signal here in stochastics. Right there was our warning signal here. With our actually warning signal was back here, and we got into the trade triggered here, and we got in at this point uh, right here in the opening, and here's our close, and we are at put, and we're running at 1%. T minus is behind. Now I want to bring out T minus because of the thing is we also initiating in this challenge the 3-day exit rule, and give you an insight of how that works. This was our entry. Three candles will now form the barrier to protect profit, protect capital, to protect capital. So here's candle one, candle two. On candle three, the highest, the last bar high, or the highest point of the three collectives will be a determination of where to put the stop. Right now, the stop is currently at the green price channel because we want to give this the 3-day rule to get into operation. And the whole purpose of the 3-day rule is to, if the trade does not go in your direction, get out. And that is, comes from many instructors. My primary instructor who says that is Bob Dunn at OTA. If the trade is not going in your direction, get out, because your first loss will be your smallest loss for the most part. Not all the time. I have had trades where I stayed in, and you guys even went through them videos were down in just 20, 34%, and then turned around and got back out, and some of those did turn into winners. But the majority of the high probability is correct of what Bob Dunn says. That is conclusion there for the uh, alphas. That takes us now over to the binaries. And here at the binaries is we are Euro USD. The binary arena is not open as of yet. Our monies are still in transit to the uh, trading platform. Uh, want to zoom out here just a bit. Now, Notice that at 3 o'clock, this is a 3 o'clock marker. This is a 1 minute. In binary options, you trade in smaller time frames. I'm doing 1 minute just for demonstration purposes to show you how lucrative this can be in the number of trades. Remember that we're going to be looking at in trading here. Now, the point system for the tigers in binary options is going to be a 24-hour period. So if I trade 2 or 3 times during a 24-hour period, the net wins or the net losses will determine the point for the Tigers. The Tigers can get slightly ahead in several numbers. Excuse me a moment here. Take a sip of water, please.
Not get this done, people.
So what will happen will be is that we can actually do all kinds of crazy numbering system with the binary option for the Tigers, and the Tigers can outdistance the Alphas. Unfortunately, with the Alphas, are a swing trade from in a few days or a few weeks. So what we're going to do here for the Tigers is the number of wins minus the number of losses within a 24-hour period of trading, which I might trade a few times of hours, a few hours here and there during the day, and that at the net will be the win of the point. But the point has to also has to be benchmark. So let's say, as an example, we are going to be looking at. Oh, that's the wrong. That's the wrong one. We're going to start with our bench mark is 5,000 for the Tigers to get their point. Tigers points net win and net profit. And that's how the Tigers will earn their points. So example would be is that if we end up with, let's say, a net of 2 wins, that's a point. 2 wins for the trading session, and it added, let's say, $50 to the benchmark or the account, benchmark account. That equals 1 point. So two conditions must be met for the Tigers to receive points. They must have net wins. So there was 2 wins here. 2 wins equals net win, net win session, and add profit, $50 in an example here, then it will get 1 point. That's how the Tigers are going to earn their 1 point. So they don't overwhelm, so be kind of sort of equal. And that is really it for today for the Losers Become Winners, with Alphas leading XLE at 19% with the stochastics strategy, and the binary options in the wings ready to come on stage very soon. And with that, I thank you very much for checking it out, and bye bye.